What's up guys, it's Sammie and welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you haven't already, be sure to subscribe so that you can stay up to date with everything that I'm doing. Okay, so I have been having a really good time, honestly, being a mom. I've been getting used to just enjoying the little moments, right? I think in the beginning I was going stir crazy, going from being super active and constantly like cleaning the house and taking the dogs on hikes and going for walks and going to my friends' houses, going to the pool, laying outside. That was something that I honestly took for granted because the first month or so I didn't do any of those things. I was literally between healing my body wise and then learning a baby and learning Spence and Spence learning me with a baby, which is a lot. I was kind of going crazy. I was just like in the house the whole entire time. Spence was going to work, so you know, he would get out of the house once in a while for a few hours. For most of the time we were both home, majority of the time, but he would get those 5-6 hours out of the house and he got to do whatever he wanted, and I would kind of like be like, you know, I want to go do what I want. And with breastfeeding, I'm constantly with the baby. So it was a change for me. Sorry, like I was saying, I had to go get the baby. He's in my arms right now. Yeah, so it was definitely a lifestyle change, something that I had to get used to. I had asked you guys on Instagram to ask some questions. And so now I'm going to answer some questions for you guys. I know there's a lot of burning questions that everyone wants to know, a lot of information that everyone wants to know. I just want to give a quick shout out to Care of today for sponsoring this video. Care of is a vitamin and supplement company where you can basically create your own vitamin supplements per month that you want to be taking. So for instance, when I was pregnant, I was taking prenatals, vitamin D and iron. And then after pregnancy, I wanted to focus on things like growing out my nails and my hair and still having a healthy immune system and a healthy digestive system. So I started taking probiotics on top of still keeping my prenatals, my vitamin D, my iron supplements. I also take vitamin C and a couple of other things. So I just wanted to show you guys. It's really cute. Comes like this, 30-day supply for the entire month, and it has these little packets. They're super cute. Comes with all your little supplements in it. Today's question is, if a movie was about your life, what would it be? Or what would it be called? If a movie was about your life, what would it be called? What would it be called? If a movie was about me, what would it be called? Like I was saying, Care of is a vitamin supplement company. They send it right to your door. You take a 5-minute quiz. It's super quick and extremely easy. And then you find out what's recommended for you. And what I really enjoy is, for example, for me, when I got my prenatals, I also had noted that I needed iron supplements at the end prior to pressing, you know, order. It had iron crossed out saying your prenatals already have iron in it. You don't necessarily need to take this supplement. You can if you want. You should talk to a doctor. It's always recommended that you speak to a physician prior to doing this and prior to taking any supplements. But it showed me like, okay, this is already something that you're taking in your prenatal. You don't necessarily need it. So I was able to cross that out. I was also able to cross out a couple of other things that I felt like I didn't necessarily need. And then you press send and it comes right to your door. Super easy. You find out what's recommended for you. I have the link in my bio and you can use my code for 50% off of your first order. Okay, let's get into these questions. He fell asleep, so we are good. I said filming a Q&A tomorrow. Maybe I'll get Spence to answer some. Spence isn't here, he's at work. But what do you want to know? All right. First question. How did y'all meet? I feel like I should save the relationship questions for Spence and I, because I would love to hear his side. I would love to hear his side of the story. I know you weren't saying gender, so not sure if you meant to or not, but just wanted to let you know. Wait, not something I want to know. Just not sure if you know you shared a picture of boy books. Obviously I know I shared a picture. Y'all think that I don't know what I'm saying on my social media. You don't think that I'm calculated, okay? The baby is a boy. And it wasn't that I didn't want to share his gender or that I was like calling him a they or an it at home. We very much call him a boy. And I very much call him like my little boy, my little chicken nugget. I eat him up. I don't know. We just wanted to... It wasn't so much that we were protecting him. We are, right? We're very much protecting him. But I'm sensitive. as okay. And I know that if I were to post a picture of him or whatever the case may be, anything about him, and there was one person that said something that like bothered me, oh, I would lose it. I would lose it, especially in the first couple weeks of pregnancy. Your hormones, or personally, no, it's a known fact. Your hormones are all over the place. And so naturally, I was protecting myself. I was protecting my emotions and my mental state because I was already going through a lot. And I was frustrated with just the little things that people were saying. Like, people were in my DMs like, oh, your baby's probably ugly, weird ass stuff. People were being so mean already, and I was just like, wow, I'm so happy that I didn't share my baby, because if I did and someone said something, I would be so upset. So naturally, I was protecting myself. How do you find the motivation to keep your house clean with a newborn? Cleaning is like my getaway. Cleaning is the only way that I can stay sane, basically. So it's not even motivation, it's just like cleaning has always been what can help my anxiety and what helps my racing mind and my overthinking. When I clean, I'm just like in pure bliss, and my brain goes silent for as much as it can. Sometimes cleaning is when I do my thought processes, and you know, when I'm trying to sort through emotions and feelings. But for the most part, cleaning is when I'm just like empty-headed and I can just focus on cleaning. Okay, the next question. What are some changes that need to be done, relationship, self, etc., now with a baby around? Well, personally for me, I can't speak for Spence, but for me, I had to be very vocal about when I needed a break. It is so hard for me to ask for help, because in my head I would be like, doesn't he realize that I need help? Like, doesn't he realize that the baby's crying, that I need him to pick the baby up, or that we need to switch, you know, whatever the case may be. My problem is assuming that everyone knows that I need help and they're just not helping. I had to mature a little bit. I need to ask for help. That was something I had to learn in myself and in my relationship, because Spence, he's such a good dad, and you know, he does everything that he can, everything that he possibly can. So when I need help and I'm not vocalizing it, and he's like, babe, all you need to do is ask. It's okay. Take a deep breath. And he's such a like calm, cool, collected person. Like, he doesn't raise his voice. He doesn't get mad. And I'm different. I'm the opposite. All right, the next question is, what do you think about being a young mom? That's so interesting, because in my head, I'm not a young mom. I mean, I know I'm a young mom. I still feel like I'm 16 sometimes. I literally feel like a baby sometimes. Like, I'm like, oh my God, how do I have a child right now? You know, like, I'll wake up and be like, you know, some days I do feel super young, but other days I wake up and I'm like, wow, I'm gonna be 28. I know 28's young, but in my head, like when I was 20, I would be like, oh my God, I'm so young. Like, I can't see myself doing this, that, and the third yet. And here I am about to be 28 with a baby. And some days I feel like I'm 16, and some days I feel like I'm 50. And I'm just like, where's my life going? But I love it. I love being a mom. The Circle came out in 2020. So if you've been riding with me since 2020, since January of 2020, so 2020, 2021, we are 5 months into 2022. So it's been almost 2.5 years that you've been riding with me if you've been following me since 2020. And so you've kind of watched my journey of being like a crazy Miami party girl, then going through COVID, moving to LA for the first time, figuring things out here, going through breakup, going through hard times, like horrible times of anxiety and self-doubt and overthinking my life and like, what am I doing? And then going to school, getting my master's degree. Like, you guys have really been here. So it's really crazy just to think about. I love being a mom. I would do it all over again 1,000,000 times just to get this little baby right here. So a couple people asked the baby's name, and I think I would like to do that with Spence. I think that's something that he would also enjoy and appreciate it, as if we did it together. So I won't share that right now. All right, this is the last one I'm gonna answer. Your early symptoms when you first found out you were pregnant. This person is 3 weeks pregnant. So, here's the story of when I found out I was pregnant. I had gone somewhere to meet up with a bunch of friends, and I was like super happy, right? Overly happy. And I was on such a high when I was with them. And then I got in my car, and it was a 22-minute drive home from where I was. And I just broke down crying. Like, I lost it, and I texted my best friend and I was like, something's wrong. I was super, super excited and happy and on this high, and then like that, I was crying. I was so upset, and I was like, I have no friends. I have nobody. And my best friend was like, you just came from being with people who love you and who care about you. Like, what are you talking about? Like, relax, everything's fine. And I was like, losing it. And I was like, I just need to be by myself. I turned my phone off, and I was just, I didn't want to talk to anybody. I was just pissed off. I was mad at the world, and I didn't understand. And I never in a million years thought I was pregnant. I was 5 weeks. I was about to be 6 weeks pregnant when I found out, to the point where they couldn't even really see the baby just yet. But they gave me a pregnancy test, of course, and then they gave me an ultrasound. And yeah, he was like this big. He was like the size of a little like, he was like the size of a piece of dust. And yeah, then I realized I was pregnant, and I was like, here we are. I'm gonna be a mother. I never imagined having a baby. And especially across the country, from my entire family, my entire unit. I'm so close to my family. I talk to my sisters, my aunts, my grandma. I talk to everybody every single day. Every single day. Like, every single day. And if not every single day, every other day. I talk to my siblings and my parents. And my aunts. My one aunt. So it's just, it was weird having, you know, I never imagined having my child across the country from my entire unit. But one thing that Spence has really helped me learn and helped me understand is that, like, this is our unit now. And as much as, of course, I'm always going to want to be with my family, but this is our unit. Alright guys, I'm going to end this video here. Thank you so much for watching. If you watched all the way to the end, I love you so much. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below if you have any other questions. I might do another Q&A with more questions focused around, like, the baby and not so much pregnancy and what I went through. It all just depends on how I guess I'm feeling about sharing information about the baby. But as I said, it is a boy. You guys did hear me say he, so there's that information. I don't know how soon or how late we are going to decide to post anything about the baby, like showing his face or anything like that, but I tried to answer as many questions as I could without making it a super, super long and drawn out video. But again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.